So, Saz, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of ballsy for them to kill off a character like that.
Also joining us today is Infrequent Forums poster Cancer Cowboy.
There she is. The
How is everyone doing? Aren't you excited to be part of this?
I'm riveted.
mighty flagship currently serves as a
Man, Final Fantasy XIII, huh? We had some good times with this game.
Oh, don't remind me. I had to watch you cheat because you're a dirty, filthy cheater and you need to get your gamer tag removed from you.
Yes, I cheated. Because that's the only way to beat this game.
Define cheat. Are we talking? Oh, okay.
Money.
Yeah, no, that's totally legit.
Yeah. See? Vindication.
It's only vindication because this game's an asshole.
So what's with the freak show?
It is.
So the Primarch can
We
stand
will not argue with you on this point. I think you are in complete agreement with us here.
Execution as the climax. The people
So,
will cheer
wait.
their demise.
Everyone's gonna be executed, huh?
Fallacy dominion will be
Well, not everyone. This is on the limb
All
bloom.
part of the plan.
Basically,
Yes.
they got
But it
they got
also
Vanille,
presents an
and they're going to and the Primarch personally is going to execute her apparently.
And we're opposed to this?
We're ostensibly opposed to this.
They're
I
begging
really don't
us,
know why.
Trying to draw us out.
Bait, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Here are your friends. Come and get them.
Yes, let's just walk right into this trap.
If they're daring us to mount a rescue, I'll take that action. All in.
God damn it, Snow! You are the worst poker player.
Heroes don't need caution.
When you're ready. I'll be standing
What I
by.
do is get bored when I play poker and I just go all in because I'm really bored. I can understand Snow. He's an idiot.
Well, if I was a main character in this game, I'd probably be very bored as well.
Right, so we have a brief little section here where we can run around and actually talk to people. It's a depressing rarity in this game.
Rescuing Saz and Vanille.
And it's still a mostly featureless
You
corridor.
gotta play it smart this time.
Saz is
Charging in
dead,
without a
Snow. What
plan.
the fuck are you talking about?
I don't... do they know that?
Strategy.
No, I guess they wouldn't know that.
My dad's all right. Another cavalry unit rescued him and moved him somewhere safe.
Well, good for you,
I
Hope.
wish I could talk to him.
I'm glad that they saved the actual best character in this game.
And all of this happened completely off camera, and will never be referred to ever again.
I was gonna go back and talk to Sid there, but whatever.
Ugh. But how can you not talk to Sid?
Let's get this show on
He's
the road.
so dreamy.
I finally found the new
Sid should be an old man. I mean, that's just... What is Final Fantasy even doing?
Yeah, you can't not have an old man Sid.
And once we take off, there's no turning back.
Even in Final Fantasy IX, it looked like they weren't gonna do it, but then they did it anyway.
This
Like,
baby back
actually,
here is a
I'd actually
psychopath.
never considered that
It'll
Sid has
deliver you to
always
the
been an old
Palamisia.
man as well as a, like, engineer and an airship person.
A
But
parting
yeah,
gift to our rotting
Sid has
government.
always been an old
Take
man.
those SciComm guys apart.
I don't think
And we're
Robin
supposed to
Williams
take
is
on all of
that
them?
old.
I think the whole division's
Like,
on
he
board.
was portrayed as being old. Also RIP.
Vanille's
But yeah.
Hey, I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah, like, Headmaster Sid was like,
Safer than I could ever be.
not like old, but like, definitely middle-aged.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
Also, yeah,
But
this
I'll
is
be
our
okay.
grand plan. We're gonna go on
Because I
board
have
the
you,
SciComm flagship
guy,
and
In fact,
kill everybody to rescue
We're all in
Vanille
this
and
mess.
then question
we
mark?
gotta stick together.
Just
Right. Enough with the bombs.
explode the ship and then gracefully float to the ground?
It's sort of like an insight into their writing process of how they're making up the scene. Just like there was a big question mark on the board and they all were staring at it for quite some time.
We'll just cut away to something else and then cut back to them safely on the ground. And then later in the game, we'll flash back to how they actually did it.
They're big picture guys. Don't worry about little details.
Space Pope, what's up,
Didn't
bro?
expect to see you here in person, Your Eminence.
This crisis threatens the entirety of Cocoon, my child.
Hmm,
You agree that standing at the fore is a leader's charge?
yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
It also
But she's not facing him. Why does she bow like that?
execution.
Maybe you're not allowed to face him as you bow. It's like ultimate respect.
Hold up.
Stand by. Verifying identification code.
You let me land this bird or I'll crash her into your ass.
Rigby is doing an excellent job of maintaining our cover.
This is some Star Wars level shit here. But hey, at least we get some pretty graphics out of it.
Code verified. You're
That's
free to
the
dock.
tagline of this game.
About damn time.
I know, right? It's practically in the thread title.
All clear. Welcome aboard.
Which I've only read a tiny bit of because I'm a terrible human being.
That's okay, I wouldn't read the thread either.
Yeah, don't worry, you've got time.
I watched a couple of videos and tried to remember what the Lacy fallacies were up to, but
Well, that's a good one. Lacy fallacies. I'm gonna have to remember that. I mean, that's pretty much the plot of this game, is Lacy fallacies.
or the lychee fallacies. I really can't remember.
No, you're thinking of Penny Arcade. That was a Penny Arcade joke. I had a plan originally where I was trying to come up with as many words that sound like fallacy as possible.
Attention all crew. This is not
It's going to be something like falsy, falsely, falsy, fallacies, or something like that.
We're here for Vanille and Saz. Stay focused.
Oh look, what a surprise. It was an ambush.
And now we're going to have to fight some featureless Psychom guys?
Yes, we are.
Are these even new guys?
These guys are new, and some of them are actually assholes.
Wow.
The Raiders there are our new staff guys, and they can cast Fog and Pain, which completely stop you from using magic and physical attacks respectively.
What happened to just being called Silence? Where did Silence go? What was so wrong with Silence?
But how do you silence a physical attack? That they kind of, I think they had to rename it for that because it's dumb.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. That's technically a whole new status element, but why did they rename Silence to Fog?
Kind of have a duality there, maybe.
Fog and Pain?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Nah. Oh well. Surprise, something in Final Fantasy XIII is stupid. Film at 11.
Yeah, the other guy, the new gun guy, whose name I have already forgotten, they cast Cura, Asuna, that whole mix of curative stuff. So they're kind of annoying. But at least they go down pretty quick though, so it's not that bad.
And in order to fight these guys, we'll have to break out an entirely new and original strategy of staggering them, and then launching them, and then hitting them with commando attacks. Hang on, wait a minute.
You're really revolutionizing those paradigms there.
They want to play.
No kidding. So where to?
Right up there.
What? Right up where? Was she just pointing to the door? Because, I mean, like... Wasn't that obvious?
Don't worry about the soldiers trying to attack you. They'll just peacefully stand there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that would be incredibly rude of them, don't you think?
Need to stand by while they glow with power or something? What's going on when they're in the Crystarium?
I like to think that they literally are just standing there, like, dramatically and or melancholically holding their hands over their brands and thinking really hard about stuff. Also, somebody just learned Raise.
That was lightning, yes.
Okay, that's useful.
Which is, like I said, it's useful except for the part where you're going to be playing as her for most of the chapter, so you can't even fucking use it. Or rather, like, you can, but it's not really that helpful.
Yeah, FF13 is really, like, balanced around the idea that if anyone in your party actually dies, you've really kind of already morally lost. You shouldn't be letting people die. And of course there's that whole thing where if your leader dies it's an instant game over, because that's sensible game design. But hey, at least there is an ability for reviving people.
Yeah, Fang also just got Dispel, and that will be incredibly useful later. But right now, it's just another tool.
Yeah, Dispel kind of almost redeems Fang as a saboteur. Almost.
Yeah, until Vanille gets it, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, well, mostly the thing with saboteurs is that with any given range of buffs, they can counteract it to remove it. But Dispel it's one spell that can get rid of any buff, so you know it fits into the system. So you've got the whole thing where, you know, Vanille is your saboteur who can pile on a load of debuffs, and Fang is good at getting rid of buffs, even if she isn't good at actually weakening people. So yeah, I can kind of see what they were going for. A little bit. It's got the outline of a good idea, also what the...
There's absolutely no transition there. It's straight from the end of that fight into that weird cutscene where she starts jumping up in the rafters.
And it just puts us next to a button which we press. Which does...
Which lowers another platform for us to jump on.
Final Fantasy XIII level design.txt.
This is some serious Resident Evil shit.
And it just automatically retracts? What? Someday I'm going to learn my lesson about trying to read into the actual things that we're traversing.
I think ostensibly the idea is that we're getting up inside the hangar and we're gonna infiltrate the ship that way, but... Look, the level design of the Palamecia is really fucking stupid, even by this game's standards.
Oh god, and I know what's coming up. And just... Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty useless for all this, because despite the fact that I've seen over 100 hours of this game, I don't know where any of it goes.
That's because it's all horribly unmemorable and, like, stupid and nonsensical and yet still utterly samey.
Mostly because it was you fighting Adamantoises.
Oh yeah, that too.
Let's go.
God, don't remind me.
I still have nightmares.
So now we're out on the wing? Question mark?
We're out on the walkways that are attached to the wings, you know, that all the people walk on while the ship is in flight. That have no railings or ostensible function. Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, like I said, the Palamecia is designed in a really fucking stupid way, and this isn't even the most egregious one.
So hey, these look like a recolor of those one guys from, like, Lake Russia.
That's because they are. And they've got a new toy that they're not going to get to use in this fight. But it's called the Tornado Kick. And they basically charge up and then do their regular attack, except it does 300 damage instead of 30.
That sounds suspiciously like
Just getting started.
the attack that the first guys used, except with bigger numbers.
I'm beginning to sense a pattern here.
I mean, isn't that, like, literally the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Except I don't think the first guys actually had a special attack, that was just what they did.
Well, if they use a classical tornado, you're pretty fucked in this game.
Yeah. So, like... Okay, so... Everyone out here has jetpacks. And it looks like the only human guys out here are soldiers, who are probably only here because there's a problem. Everything else is just drones. And yet, there are walkways out here. Because...
Look, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Lilac Wars if you fuck up and the Great Fox gets hit by missiles. Like, I just imagined the robot out there hammering on it with a hammer. He'd probably be on walkways.
Lilac Wars? Don't you mean Star Fox 64, my friends? We have to be considerate of our American friends.
Maybe we can use them.
The early days of localization before the internet. Or at least before the internet massively took off. Everything was really dumb.
I can't remember the most insane ones I've seen, but those Japanese names were just, especially when they incorporate English, are crazy.
I said the Final Fantasy situation was even worse, though.
Because it wasn't the first one you guys got 7?
Yeah, 7 was the first Final Fantasy game to even reach Europe.
That's not true. We had some of the SNES ones. We got. I think we got 1, and then we got 4, and then we got 6.
Okay, no, that means it was the same. I remember. I know there was a whole load of.
No, I know the US got 1, 4, and 6.
Yes, but they were numbered 1, 2, and 3.
I thought 7 was the first one localized to Europe. But, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I know that Europe did not get Chrono Trigger, or Earthbound, or pretty much any of the other SNES Golden Age RPGs.
Well, no one got Earthbound.
Other thing is, I was a Sega child, so I wasn't really aware of much happening in the Nintendo camp.
Yeah, you weren't missing much anyway. Earthbound's not really that good.
Oh, I will fight you.
Yeah?
I will fight you.
You are already here. What are you gonna do about it?
I am going to object strenuously.
I conned you into watching Final Fantasy XIII. What the hell are you gonna do to me about Earthbound?
Man, look, if we suddenly start fighting dolly paintings in the middle of this game, I would have done a complete 180, but we didn't. Earthbound is the bomb.
To be fair, the enemies that... Hang on, wait, what?
Sauce is...
Hang on. Holy shit. It's a zombie.
What is this, like some fucking Weekend at Bernie's shit?
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I can't maintain the pretense that we're reacting live to this and are surprised anymore. Like, come on, you guys. Did any of you seriously think that Saz actually had killed himself?
Like, that was the most laughable fake out. Like, at least when Snow fell to his death, it was vaguely plausible that yes, this actually did kill him. But
no reason to keep living.
He just got an Eidolon. They wouldn't have done that.
A whole team of animators must have spent 100,000 man-hours animating that thing, and do you really think that they're not going to let you pull it out whenever the fuck you want?
Freeze! Take him!
Oh look, it's that thing they should have done from the start.
Jill about you are such an asshole.
You should be proud.
I am being pointlessly
Son's a
evil.
hero. The boy who saved Cocoon. We'll erect a memorial in Eden and put his crystal on display.
Man, that's gonna be really awkward in like 500 years when Dodge gets out of that crystal.
As the son of a pulseless sea, he would have lived
Technical
in shame and
spoilers.
misery. Isn't it better he be treated with reverence as a monument to sacrifice?
Oh, come on.
The next time your eyes open will be the last.
So yeah, basically what they've done here is they cut out an important scene midway and then just stuck it in as a flashback later on, after about an hour of pointless gameplay. Final Fantasy XIII, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm pathetic.
That's my line. I'm the one who lied to everyone.
Forget it.
God damn it, Venial.
You can't change what's done.
But
Even in universe, she's the worst character.
Now, I've been thinking. You woke up from being a crystal once. Well, that means Dodge will wake up one day too, right?
See, if only they'd explored this stuff a little bit more
I
thoroughly.
mean, how did it happen? You were done with your focus, right?
Instead, we're just going to flash back to the 13 days again.
Chosen.
Well, fireworks
I
are
was made
really
into a
pretty,
seed
Justin.
to fight against Cocoon.
Well, yes, but they were really pretty the first 3 times.
Hundreds of years
But you
ago.
can see them from new angles.
We
I
finished
mean,
our
they
focus,
are very pretty. They're very
and we
pretty
fell
every
into
time
a
you see
long
them,
crystal
but
sleep.
we didn't need to see them 6 times.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is a different one, though.
It is. So this is it, the very beginning of the 13 days. This right here is the event that sets off the entire goddamn train wreck of a plot.
The entire Final Fantasy XIII series happens over 1,000 years because of what happened today. Also, god damn it, Square Enix. Why must you do this? Like, at least pretend you're not just being pointlessly fan service.
Like stick a naked chick on the side of a horrible monster. It's how you used to do things.
Like, we have been lingering on this for, like, 20 entire seconds.
Well, it's like, were those clothes mystically chosen for her? It looks like something out of a thrift store.
We mentioned before how, for some mysterious reason, it's only female characters who go through this. Dodge just got stuck in a crystal, clothes and everything. God damn it, Square Enix.
We woke up on Cocoon to the start of a new focus.
Also, the last 60 seconds of video were entirely pointless.
She'd forgotten everything. And for
Well, I
me,
mean, they're...
just the thought of
Technically,
things
this
that
is...
began.
Vanille explaining this to Saz after Fang
So I
already
lied.
explained this to Lightning, so it's
I
pointless to the player,
Said I'd lost
only
my memory.
marginally less,
wanted to escape
only
my
marginally
fate as
useful
a
in
sea.
universe.
The point I think that we're getting at is that it's really dumb.
I've been running away from it.